take the hike. Keep up with the people you love. Move through your day without thinking twice about it. But if you're in a hurry or not cooperating, none of that's easy. Here's the truth. Joint discomfort is not just one problem. It's cartilage wearing down, inflammation building up. Your joints are losing the cushion they need to move freely. Most supplements pick one of those and call it a day. I wanted something better. My son and I worked with a team of experts to create Improved Life Joint Support, and I'm so proud of what we built. 5 clinically studied ingredients that work together on cartilage, inflammation, and joint hydration all at once. No stimulants, no fluff. Made right here in the USA. I take it every day. Now's the time for you to start. Go to improvelife.com/Kim and get up to 25% off plus free shipping. That's improvelife.com/Kim. Keep moving.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
KSYL. It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
Attacked very powerfully last night. The very dangerous people from Iran, they're sick. There's something wrong with them. We said, go and do your funeral stuff. And instead of that, they start shooting rockets at ships yesterday. And so we hit them very hard last night, very hard. I would say 20-1, 20 times tougher. And I told them every time you hit, we hit. And of course, they're dirty players, so they go after everyone, probably including me. I've been number one on their list for years. And they're a bunch of scum. You want to know the truth. They're scum.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome on in. It is Talkback here on your Wednesday morning. I'm Al Quartermont along with Stephen Maxwell. Stephen, good morning to you.
Morning.
Yes, the big story overnight developing is that after some attacks facilitated by Iran yesterday on some commercial ships in the Strait, President Trump, they countered with attacks, and he's basically saying that the peace deal, the ceasefire is over. So game on again. We'll be watching that. That'll be one of the dominating stories today. President right now is over in Turkey for the NATO meetings. And another big story that's come out of there is that he said that the U.S. is now cutting off all trade with Spain and their socialist leader, calling them traitors for abandoning America. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they were not willing to meet the 5% contribution rate that the president is now requiring of European countries to contribute to NATO. For years, America has been basically funding that whole thing, and the president just saying, time for you all to put some skin in the game, and I guess they're not on board with that for whatever reason. So anyway, that's what's going on here this morning as we start off on a Wednesday.
Good. The president's saying there's something wrong with them, talking about Iran. They're cuckoo. And he goes, for me, I think it's over. It's just a waste of time dealing with them. So I'm sure the big headline across national news today is going to be oil prices are spiking and this, that, and the other. But looks like it's, like he says, it's back on.
Yeah. So, all right, that's kind of what's going on internationally today. We'll have a lot of local stories to talk about as well. Are you still tuned into the World Cup? I know you've been breathlessly watching it.
Oh, I've been real worried about it. Kept me up all night. No, I have not. I have not. I saw Egypt or Argentina beat Egypt, I think.
Let's see. Trying to find the latest results here.
Because my wife says if Argentina loses, she's going to cry.
Yeah, Argentina. Don't cry for them, Argentina, or don't cry for her, Argentina, whatever that was. That's probably before your time.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
There was a musical called Evita, and the song was Don't Cry for Me, Argentina.
Nice. Yeah. She only pulls for the, besides America, the South American teams.
Okay.
So it has to be a South American team that wins.
Yeah, so the round of 16 yesterday had Argentina beating Egypt 3-2. And the Swiss on penalty kicks defeats Nathan's Colombia team 4-3. It was a 0-0 tie. Thrilling tie, by the way.
We were at my friend's house.
Yeah.
And he was adopted here in America. His birthday was yesterday. Nate. He's from Colombia,
I didn't
technically.
know that.
He doesn't really care. He was like, I just guess I'll go for Colombia. So he turned it on when we got there, and it said final 0-0. And I'm like, well, what the heck does that mean? And he goes, I think Colombia lost. And I was like, this is why I hate soccer.
Yeah.
In most European sports, is because it's 0-0, and I don't know what happened. It looks like it was a tie, but they didn't say, like, it didn't make any sense to me.
Well, after the overtime period, which it's kind of like the Nate Bargatze, George Washington sketch where they ask questions. He says, nobody knows. So how does soccer overtime work? Nobody knows. But eventually they get to where they have penalty kicks, and it looks like Switzerland had 4 to Colombia's 3.
I don't hate
so for
European
like
sports.
2.5 hours, you watch nothing, and then in like 2 minutes, you get 7 goals.
I mean, the highlights are exciting because they show those 1 or 2 good moments.
Yeah.
And the announcers get all worked up.
Yeah. Did you hear the Mexico guy the other day when there was like a goal? He's like, go! Like just went on for like 2 minutes. Go!
And then he just like passes out.
Yeah.
Because he never took a breath. It's like a Family Guy cutaway. He just like passes out.
Exactly.
And all of my I guess X feed right now and social media feeds like, look at how much better Messi is than what's his name, Ronaldo, and it shows both of them doing something, and I'm like, none of this. What is good? They look like they're just flopping around out there.
Yeah.
I'm not a soccer hater.
So Messi plays for Argentina, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
He's supposed to be the best ever. He's like Tom Brady or something.
This was his goal when he tied the game.
Otra vez Messi. Se desvía la pelota que cae al área. No pudo Julián Messi.
Oh my God.
¡Argentino! ¡Que este equipo no te va a dejar tirado! Dijo un día Messi.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Someone says they can't hear us on the radio.
Really?
Awesome. They just miss gold. They just miss radio gold. I'm sorry.
Can't hear us on the radio.
Kathy, commenter, which one are you listening to, AM or FM?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm also seeing no volume. Just came back. Something is wrong. Something wrong. They missed the greatest goal call.
We got to play it again. Oh, they can hear us now.
Okay.
Did y'all hear the goal? Comment. Did you hear us talk about the soccer goal? That is inadvertently the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like it was literally like
low key.
Al, please stop. They did not hear the goal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Are you talking about on the radio or just social media? I'm talking to the commenters if y'all hear me.
Yeah, I'm trying to text a couple people that are texting in. Well, the board sounded funny when we first went on this morning, so I wasn't sure. Oh, they didn't hear it.
All right, play it again.
All right. So we began this conversation about the illustrious World Cup, which yesterday you had Argentina defeating Egypt 3-2, and in a thrilling match, Switzerland and Colombia played to a 0-0 tie that was decided on penalty kicks, which the Swiss, because they have great hot chocolate, won 4-3 on penalty kicks. But the real excitement came when we were talking about who's better, Messi or Who's the other one you said? Ronaldo?
See, we don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah. All right. So Argentina was down by 1. And talk about drama. It was Lionel Messi.
Otra vez Messi. Se desvía la pelota que cae al área. No pudo Julián Messi. ¡Gol!
In case you're not understanding, he scored a goal. What was that again?
One more time, please.
Are you sure? Okay.
Is he done? Oh.
¡Argentino! Que este equipo no te va a dejar tirado, dijo un día Messi.
Sir, they have, there's Docalax for that.
I feel like I've heard that noise before, like in the spring when the cats are in heat outside.
I'm glad you went with cats.
Yes. Anyway, so what do we have now? We have the quarterfinals, of which the U.S. will not be a part after they lost to Belgium, the land of my ancestral heritage.
Home of bratwurst.
4-1. I don't know if they have bratwurst, and I mean that comes from my Polish side.
Oh,
well, actually, bratwurst is German, but we had Polish sausage.
Oh shoot.
Belgium, we had some unique food choices, usually cabbage based, because they were poor back then. But anywho, who do we have in the quarterfinals? The thrilling action that's coming up starting tomorrow at 3:00. It'll be France and Morocco.
Ooh.
France is off on the road to Morocco. Friday, it will be
France
Spain.
and Morocco are pretty much like the same country now.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Spain and Belgium. Spaniards will no longer be allowed to trade with U.S., but they can still play soccer here. On Saturday, we've got 2 exciting matches. The Norwegians. I'm actually rooting for Norway.
Yeah, me too.
Against England. And then well, I'll stop there. And then Argentina and Switzerland.
No, what were you going to say?
No, never mind.
I got to go for the, if we're going back to our ancestral roots, I got to go for England. I think that's pretty much where I'm from. I wonder if people like in England are like, you know, like everyone in America is like, oh, I'm Irish, I'm Scottish, I'm British, I'm whatever. What are people in England like? I'm Babylonian. I'm Persian.
Probably Roman, huh?
I'm Roman.
I'm Gaelic.
I'm from the barbaric tribe of somewhere.
What do English people say? Like, what do they have a heritage outside of England itself? They must, huh?
Well, they had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I wonder if, you know, everybody in the Middle East is like, yeah, I'm from the Garden of Eden.
Of course, these days, people from England probably say they're from Africa.
Well, that's why I said France and Morocco, pretty much the same country, I guess.
Exactly.
They claim now. I don't know.
Yeah, really.
So. No, I can't wait to not watch it.
It has not captured your fancy?
It's not really my thing.
No.
I've
enjoyed more of the fans that are here and all the cool stuff that they've been enjoying and experiencing, but ever since Freddie got doxxed, it hasn't been quite as much fun.
And we had some guys at the, I go to LAC, and we had some people there that they had USA jerseys on, so people do care, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're into it, and nothing against you. It's just I can't. I enjoyed buying the stickers for my wife, her little World Cup book.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Clay Travis made a good point the other day. He was saying that, and I think the reason it's hard for America probably to embrace soccer as a cultural interest is, well, we're not very good. I mean, you know, when you're losing in a round of 16, that's just not what America's used to in anything.
Well, it's just not a part of our culture.
Right.
Soccer.
I mean, it's becoming more, especially as you see a lot of kids play soccer, you know, the juice boxes and orange slices life. But he made the point that kids that really are good and want to continue to get good, you got to commit to playing almost year round and playing in travel leagues. It's not unlike baseball and softball down here, but he said like last year, their kid's a pretty good soccer player and they spent like $5,000 in, that's how much it costs to keep him involved. A lot of families just can't afford that. You know, that's kind of pricing them out. So, you know, the other thing too is for most of these countries, soccer is their number one sport. It's the sport that everybody plays.
It should be a cheap sport.
Yeah, you would think. You just need a ball and a net, right? But it's more like the travel and stuff like that. But other than Canada, where hockey would be probably their most popular sport, every other country in the world, it's probably soccer.
No, India and cricket.
Yeah, because even like Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's a great basketball player, his family's originally from Nigeria, and during the World Cup, he was at one of the games, and he was out there goofing around on the field, and he actually has really good soccer skills. Hakeem Olajuwon had excellent soccer skills. He was like a goaltender. Can you imagine trying to get the ball past that guy? But, you know, for America, that's not like our big sport. Our greatest athletes play baseball, basketball, football. I mean, imagine if someone with the athletic ability of like a LeBron James was a soccer player, you know.
Apparently Messi.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
He's the greatest.
That's what they say.
He's the GOAT.
But my worst nightmare, and I'm not judging people who do this because I do things too, but my worst nightmare as a parent is when I drive by Johnny Downs on the weekend and see all those cars out there and RVs. It's like, that's my worst nightmare. I hope my kids never play really any sport, to be honest with you. And if they do want to play a sport, it has to be basketball. Because that's indoors.
That's true.
Except for HOS Fieldhouse. We can't play there. So.
Because there's no air conditioning. That's true. It gets a little toasty in there in the summer.
Maybe swimming. We'll do swimming. They have air conditioning there. I hope.
Well, as Trish LaLove would tell you, swimming is a great sport. Her son is a college swimmer now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we've had a good swim program in this area. And anything that's going to be good, it starts at the youth level. And we have a pretty good youth swim program around here, or at least we've had. I guess it's still good. We do have a pretty good youth soccer program. Alexandria area has gotten pretty good, competing at the statewide level. But you know, really, if you look at Central Louisiana, it's been, when you get into high school, I would say basketball, baseball, softball have been predominant.
We're not a big football area.
No, we've
compared
gotten
to
better.
Other parts of the state.
Especially since Bachman's been over at Ash, we've gotten a lot better statewide. But usually it used to be that all the Cenla teams were knocked out by like the second round of the playoffs. We've had a few teams that have been able to go a little further, so that's good. But anyway, all right, we got a lot of news to talk about today. We'll take a break. What?
News.
Oh, sorry to bring you down.
Don't bring me down. No.
Bruce, don't bring me down.
Yeah, we're gonna get into music recitals, I think.
Okay.
Not dance. I hear it's too expensive. I want you to have no interest, children of mine.
Just stick an iPad in their hand.
No. I'd rather them play soccer. No. We don't allow iPads in our house.
Okay.
But books. Just be a book nerd.
There you go. Just like Dad. Okay, we'll be right back.
KSYL.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The world is back on edge over Iran this morning. Stock futures are under pressure with President Trump saying the tentative ceasefire with Iran is over. New tensions in the Middle East raising concerns about another shock to the global energy markets. Yesterday, Wall Street was rattled by a sell-off in chipmakers. This year's best-performing corner of the stock market took a hit in the session. Investors wondering whether the artificial intelligence spending boom can keep on going. The S&P 500 fell 0.5%. Meantime, the Iran conflict giving a multi-billion-dollar boost to Exxon. The energy giant says higher oil prices boosted its recent quarterly earnings by $3.7 billion. Stronger refining and chemical margins added another $3.3 billion. Shares of Exxon are on the rise this morning. This report is sponsored by Vanguard Investor Choice, a proxy voting program for eligible Vanguard index funds. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
Watch out. The summer slump is trying to take root. Luckily, you can plant a seed, read, with Rugby's Parish Library's summer reading program for all ages. Read what you love, log your minutes, and win cool prizes, books, fun, and freebies. That's how we grow at RPL. From kids to grown-ups, every book helps your mind bloom this summer. Visit rpl.org to find summer fun near you and start growing at your library today.
Well, good morning. Another sunny, warm day today with the afternoon highs near 95 degrees. That heat index about 105 this afternoon with winds out of the west, but only about 5 miles an hour. And we could see an afternoon shower, thunderstorm, about a 20% chance. Now tonight, partly cloudy. We'll get down to 76 for the overnight low. And Thursday, you got it. Another sunny, hot day with the high temps near 95. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
Now back to Talk Back, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL.
All right, we are back here on your Wednesday morning. Alan Stephen, our number 318-442-8255 on the BOM Bank Talk line. Let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talk Back.
Good morning. I was trying to listen to Moon yesterday at 9, and all I could get on my telephone was Kim Commando. What was the problem? You have any idea?
I don't. When I tuned in, I think it was around 10:15 yesterday morning, we had Dave Ramsey on. I'm going to guess there was some kind of satellite issue with Moon's feed, and Dave had to put something else on the air. But I wasn't here yesterday, so I don't. Did you hear, Stephen?
Oh, no. I have no idea.
All right.
I can check.
Yeah, we'll try to get an answer for you.
That seems to be happening quite often these days, and I was just curious. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was flipping through. I'm a big radio guy, and there's I wouldn't say a competitor, but a different radio station that I was flipping through, and they were having signal issues too, which is unusual. So who knows? Maybe something was happening. Maybe there is an atmospheric bulging front pressure blocking our signal.
Sometimes sunspots will mess things up.
It's the chemtrails.
Yeah. I remember when Moon first came on yesterday, it was kind of dead air. So I'm assuming something happened, but we'll try to get an answer.
You got to hear Dave Ramsey. You stop freaking spending money on a coffee.
Exactly.
Stop being so freaking stupid.
That's a good imitation.
Oh, I love that show. Well, your problem is you're just not responsible.
Should I do that? Why would you do that?
I've been freaking stupid too. Like, here's the thing. You got time.
Tell you one thing people need to do and not be stupid is if you have a kid that's been born in the last couple of years or you're about to, if you don't tap into these Trump savings accounts that they launched, my goodness. Why didn't they do that model for Social Security? That's what I want to know.
Why don't you just spend money on the Trump? I know you don't like him, but that's free freaking money, man.
That's right. Maybe in the next hour we can break it down a little more. If you haven't heard about it, I'm not surprised. This should be like one of the biggest stories in the country right now, what they're giving you opportunity to do. Anyway, let's go to the phones again. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. It's Dave. I want to let you know what's going on with Moon because it's probably going to be a similar situation today. They are no longer on satellite. They're using a certain kind of a internet box to deliver the program. Well, it was a perfect storm yesterday because the gentleman who developed the box passed away.
Oh.
And yes.
Wow.
And it broke just prior to going on the air. They called me and told me they didn't think we were going to make it on the air. And so we had to switch over to Dave Ramsey. The whole Louisiana network is down. Everything we're getting right now is over the internet, but Moon is not on there.
Wow.
So that's sort of where we are. And they say that they don't expect it to be fixed today or maybe even tomorrow. But as soon as it is, he'll be back. He hasn't been preempted. And, the way the satellites and stuff work now, the only program that's available to us whenever we want it is Dave Ramsey, which I think is an interesting show myself. But
it's my favorite. I feel like it more than my show.
You actually do a very, very good impersonation, by the way.
We got Dave calling in from Alexandria. Dave, what can I help you with today?
God, you sound so much like it's scary. It's scary. All right, guys. Well, anyway, so if anybody else calls today, you know what it's all about.
Okay. Well, thanks for the information. We appreciate that.
All right.
My favorite part of that show is people will call in and be like, if you listen to that show for 2 seconds, you don't go into debt. Right. And they'll be like, should I take a debt out for this car? Because I need to get and it's like, come on, man. Do you not listen at all?
They're just rage baiting him. We should call in like as a team, be like, Dave, we're going to business together and we're going to take out a $2.4 million loan. Do you think that's a good idea?
But I'm in like $50,000 of personal debt too.
Right.
So is that something we should do? What I think you should do is jump off that bridge before you did that today.
I'm dying. All right. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking my call. Boy, what a conflagration of events for the guy to die right as the box is sailing.
I'm like, oh, no.
That's not funny.
It's not funny, but it's, wow. Like you said.
Right. It's not funny for him or his family, but yeah, things can happen. Anyways, I was wondering if y'all have been keeping up with the Graham Plattner saga.
Yeah, I have been paying attention to it. Boy, the Democrats have a lot of egg on their face right now, don't they?
They sure do. But the egg was already there. It's just now becoming more visible because, what changed wasn't the testimony of that young woman because they had that before. Mm-hmm. What changed was a poll, their internal poll showing him 3 points behind. And that's when wait a minute. We are now moral people who are against rapey guys with tattoos of Nazi symbols on their chest. They were 100% behind him as long as he was winning or leading in the polls.
Yeah.
And then the girl who is a Democrat came out and said herself, look, I quit communicating with them because I had given them my whole story. And they didn't do anything with it. They gave her the impression that, we've got plenty enough to bury him, but they didn't ever bury him. They promoted him and said, he's just getting too much scrutiny. Why don't we look at Donald Trump? And how do you do business? How do you try to engage in reasoned debate with people that are that sold out on politics? It's cultish. Brian, you write on the Wright Report this morning, he said that. He said, when a woman is willing to overlook her rape, because that's what she said. I hesitated at first to call in because I'm so in agreement with him on his politics. Yeah. Yes. That reminds me of the Jim Jones stuff. We know what was going on there where women would give themselves to him, that's cultish. And so, they say, they're the only hope for our democracy. No, they have nothing democratic in mind except the title that they paint on themselves. They're no more democratic than the People's Democratic of North Korea, People's Republic of North Korea. I hate that for the woman, but, it shows a darkness of thought that it's all political power. That's all they focus on. And I understand the importance of political power, but where is your line? Yeah. My goodness. I mean, the guy with the tattoo on the chest, first of all, that's enough for me. But then when the reports came out, and I know that you're supposed to believe all women, they didn't believe the women until he started losing in the polls. As long as he was winning, they were willing to take, and because they have a complicit media, they're able to do that. Anyways, thanks for letting me speak my piece. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we'll be right back.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Cenla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Don't wait till December to shop for Christmas. Start shopping early during Christmas in July. Saturday, July 18th in Alexandria, Pineville, where you'll find unique boutiques, antique treasures, local shops, and indoor shopping destinations perfect for beating the heat. From one-of-a-kind gifts to stylish finds and southern charm, Alexandria, Pineville is the perfect summertime getaway. To check off your Christmas list early, for a list of events, go to AlexandriaPinevilleLA.com and visit ExploreLouisiana.com to plan your trip today.
Attention Ram owners. Complete Recall 67A. Get $500 and a chance to win a getaway to Miami for two to see the final race of the season. Plus, meet Brendan Butterbean Queen. Learn more and schedule at CumminsRecall.com.
In Central Louisiana, when you're talking great food, you're talking Southern Creations Country Lunch Buffet. At the base of the Jackson Street Bridge in Pineville, this Best of the Best award-winning lunch buffet is remarkable, featuring their signature fried chicken every day, an awesome variety of menu choices, and homemade desserts, including the now famous white chocolate bread pudding. No one does lunch better. Come have lunch with a friend or a group at Southern Creations. Daily menus posted on Facebook.
Now back to Talk Back, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, it is hip to be square here on Talk Back on a Wednesday morning. Alan Stephen with you. I didn't hear about this till this morning. So apparently the White House has launched what they are calling Freedom Fuel gas stations, 25 gas stations, which will all sell fuel at $3.47 a gallon. They announced this yesterday on X with video of customers thanking President Trump for lowering gas prices. The gas stations are located in the greater Philadelphia area. Interesting.
What was the price before? And how do they lower the prices? Is it government subsidy?
According to AAA, the national average yesterday was $3.79 per gallon. Trying to find more information. I'm kind of doing this on the fly. So I don't know if they're going to expand that, if they're just trying that out.
How do you lower the gas prices? How do they do that?
I don't know.
Looks like government intervention to me.
It sure does, doesn't it? I don't know.
That's more expensive than the gas here.
Yeah, I'll have to do more research on it. But at the same time, this week they also had the big launch of what are known the Trump savings accounts, or the 530A accounts. These are tax-deferred investment accounts for children under the age of 18, created in last year's big, beautiful bill. Basically, they'll work like a custodial traditional IRA while your child is a minor, with the goal of building long-term wealth and giving kids a stake in the U.S. economy. Who's eligible? Any U.S. child with a valid Social Security number who is under the age of 18. At the end of the year, the account is established. Any U.S. child valid under. Wow, I thought it was just for babies. This is for any kid. Parents, guardians, adult siblings, grandparents, and other authorized individuals can open and manage the custodian account until the child turns 18. You only get one account per child. Children born between January 1st of last year, 2025, and December 31st of 2028 qualify for the one-time $1,000 federal contribution, which is considered money for the pilot program. provided you make an election, additional charitable or private gifts may apply in some cases. Yeah, like the company the people that founded the Dell computer company, I think they put like $250 million toward this as well. So you can get like additional money from that. You can contribute up to $5,000 a year, adjusted for inflation after 2028, from families, employers. So that might be another way for companies to attract people to be like, hey, we'll give your child this much per year toward their savings account.
So if I put 1,000 in, they'll put a matching 1,000 seed money?
Actually, you can, the way I'm reading this, I believe you can sign up Sophie and they give you the $1,000 right off the bat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's a one-time federal contribution.
I don't want the government's help.
Right? I got you.
I'm kidding. I'm signing up right now.
So during the growth period, which will be now until your kid turns 18, funds must go into low-cost index mutual funds, or what they call ETFs, that track broad U.S. equity indexes, such as the S&P 500. No leverage, sector-specific funds, cash or high-fee options, expense ratios are capped at 0.1%. Accounts are managed via the official Trump Accounts Governor.gov website, and they also have an app.
Yep.
The child owns the account, but the custodian controls it until they turn 18. Funds are locked away until then. Before 18, withdrawals will be heavily restricted or prohibited. After 18, the account converts into a standard traditional IRA. Withdrawals would then be taxed as ordinary income. Early withdrawals before age 59 and a half would incur a 10% penalty, with exceptions such as first-time home purchase. There are no special restrictions tying withdrawals to education, home buying, or business startups. So, very interesting. Now, to get started, you go to irs.gov or trumpaccounts.gov, sign in, create an account, submit a form 4547, interesting, for electing to opt in, especially if you want the $1,000 seed, and then you manage the account with the app. Some private entities have also contributed, as I said, to the program, and then you're kind of on your way. So feels a lot like a no-brainer.
I'm on the app now. It looks pretty simple so far.
Yeah. So, yeah, you get it. Sophie, we get $1,000. Wait, no, she wouldn't, because she wasn't born before. Wait, it's only from kids from January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2028. So
no,
I guess I'm
never
wrong.
mind. So I shouldn't do it then.
Well, you can still do it.
Nah.
Michael Dell and his wife generated $6.25 billion. That goes the first 25 million children 10 and under in zip codes where the average income is below 150,000. So you would at least get that.
What do you get? How much?
So Michael Dell and his wife donated $6.25 billion.
Wow.
So I'm not sure how much that translates to, but also Micron Tech is doing $250 to every account in zip codes it operates in. SpaceX, one of their higher-ups, Gwynne Shotwell, she's giving $324 million of SpaceX stock to children 11 to 17 in lower income areas. So, no.
Yeah, our median household income is well below 150 in, I think, Rapides Parish. So.
Yeah. But
if that's what it was saying.
Yeah, I'd at least look into it.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm looking into it. See what happens.
Looks like a pretty easy way to donate money into it. So anyway, for those of you that have had a kid within the last year or are planning to, something to check out. And even if they're a little older, you still can take advantage of what looks like it could be a pretty good program. Like I said, I wish they had done something like that for Social Security, because people would be retiring with a lot more money to draw from than getting your pittance of a Social Security check.
Just don't trust them ever.
No. All right, we'll be right back.
Taking part in the show is easy. Call the BOM Bank Talk Line at 442-8255.
Remember when eating corn right off the cob was one of your favorite summertime treats? Or how about taking a big bite out of a crisp, fresh apple? If it's been a while since you enjoyed these delightful activities, chances are your teeth are no longer up for the task. But now there's great news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville are Cenla's dental implant experts. They're both highly trained and experienced in the procedure. Now with thousands of completely satisfied, delighted patients. They make dental implant surgery simple by using today's most current technologies, along with in-office IV sedation administered by a highly skilled certified nurse anesthetist. You'll be in and out before you know it, without all the anxiety. Plus, at Today's Dental, their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Go back to crunching all your favorite foods. Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. That's 448-4540.
From America's #1 travel radio show, I'm Robert Carey with today's RM World Travel Minute. How many of you hearing my voice today consider yourself a frequent flyer? Define it however you want. I'm asking because if you travel regularly on a plane, you're acutely aware how obvious it is that the financial teams are running the airlines and not the experienced teams. Over the past dozen or so years, the average economy seat pitch on a commercial jet, well, it has shrunk from 35 inches to now averaging just 30 inches, and airlines like Spirit, they're down to 28 inches. If you're not flying first or business class and you want to enjoy the most amount of space, buy your tickets with Japan Airlines or Emirates Airlines. Those carriers offer 34 inches of seat pitch space in economy, nearly what was commonplace in past years across all airlines. Now, JetBlue offers the most of the domestic carriers at just over 32 inches of seat pitch. Southwest narrowly beats out Delta and Alaska Airlines. They're at 31 inches, while Southwest averages 31.8 inches of seat pitch space. Share your thoughts with us on the shrinking seat space on planes. Just go to our show website, rmworldtravel.com. Click on that Contact Us tab. Message will come right to us. More tomorrow.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. Talk back.
Yeah, so we're getting some questions about what I was talking about. Hopefully I explained it okay, but you can just go to the website or the app or find out more. But for kids that are kind of older, who were born before January 1st, 2025, you probably can still tap into some of those charitable or private gifts that we were talking about, like from the Dell Foundation. So it's at least worth looking into. And also, you, as the guardian of the account, can donate money regularly and do that through the app. So it looks like they've set it up really, really conveniently for people to try to take advantage of doing that. Let's see here. Someone said, sure to read the details. Might be worth it for the $1,000 contribution, but the $529 might be better if your primary goal is saving for education. Okay.
That's what AI just told me. $529 could be possibly better, but can you convert the $529 if they don't want to go into college? How does that work? I'm sure you can.
Yeah. Not really sure.
I'll just tell her to suck it up and figure out life on her own.
Yeah. Someone asks, does the Trump savings account app work better than the Obamacare app?
I will say it's working. I mean, so far it's pretty easy, but
yeah.
It says, are you authorized to open a Trump account? Then have to read the instructions. And I don't.
Does anybody do that?
Yeah. Yeah, children between 2025 and 28 can receive the contribution from the U.S. Treasury. Okay, your child does not qualify for the pilot program because they were born in 2023. You can still elect to open their Trump account without it.
Mm-hmm.
That's good for the new kids, though.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, because even as a parent, you could donate like $5-10 a month, and at least that kind of adds up, over time.
Yeah.
Get into that compound interest.
Mm-hmm.
I would, in your case, you probably also can see if you're eligible for one of those additional gifts that are being given.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Never know.
Worth checking into. I just think it's a pretty fascinating idea. And like I said, I wish this had been the model that they would have used for Social Security instead of the trust fund, the lockbox, which has been raided and empty. Now we're hearing, 2032, is it, that they're going to have to cut Social Security payments because it'll be out of money or hemorrhaging money. Because they set it up like a Ponzi scheme. That's the whole problem.
Well, the whole problem is you trusted them to fulfill it. Or we didn't say trust them. I mean, we had no choice. As society as a whole, we figured they would do it, and you should know better.
But what my point is, if all of us that have paid into Social Security, and I know we have a lot of people right now drawing from it, but if you had put all of that into a market-based account like this, you'd have probably at least $1 million, if not $2 million or more, depending on how much money you've made through the years. And imagine investing that and living off of that. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
it could have been
true freedom. I mean, you make your own life decisions to prosper or fail, and even if you make the right ones, it doesn't mean it's always going to work out.
It's true.
It stinks.
All right, more coming up.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenlaw Broadcasting.
AM 970, FM 104.9, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3 HD3, Alexandria. It's 8 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. The fighting has resumed between the U.S. and Iran. I'm Chris Foster, and now President Trump says he thinks a ceasefire is over after Iran attacks tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, and the U.S. strikes Iran in response.
I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it.
Fox's Mike Tobin.
The U.S. response has increased intensity. 8 times as many targets were hit compared to the last time the U.S. responded to Iran firing on ships in the Strait. CENTCOM says the strikes included defense systems, command and control networks, coastal radar sites, and anti-ship capabilities, and some 60 Revolutionary Guard small boats.
Iran then targeted U.S. military sites in the Gulf. The president's meeting now at the NATO summit in Turkey with Ukraine's President Zelensky. The Trump administration announces a major investigation, it says, of fraudulent work visas obtained through schemes involving employers and brokers submitting bogus applications. Labor Department Inspector General Anthony D'Esposito on Fox Business.
We've already started to issue dozens of subpoenas. We are going to make sure that we track down every lead. We have whistleblowers talking about some of the biggest companies like Cognizant.
It's a tech company found guilty already of discrimination by abusing the visa program to bring in cheaper workers. Some evacuations are lifted in New York City near a high-rise building with buckling support columns.
New York City Department of Buildings Commissioner Ahmed Tigani says measures taken to temporarily stabilize it seem to be working.
Emergency struts or jacks are in place to hold up and stabilize where the weak points are, but they are also installing new steel as another emergency intervention, which is creating stability.
A third-party engineer has also been brought in. The 1970s era building, which was the former headquarters of Pfizer, is being converted into luxury apartments.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers in New York. America's listening to Fox News.
Of all the wireless companies in America, only one has 5 stars in every category from Consumer Reports, and that company is Pure Talk. Coverage, support, value, data. 5 stars across the board. Plus, no service contracts and no cancellation fees. Just phenomenal U.S. customer service on a crazy fast 5G network. Dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to a 5-star American wireless company that won't let you down. Pure Talk.
Born on America's darkest day, September 11th, 2001, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, they have been helping American heroes ever since. Heroes like U.S. Army Sergeant William Bernard McKenna, exposed to burn pits. McKenna later died from T-cell lymphoma, leaving his wife, Dina, and 2 daughters. Tunnel to Towers honored Sergeant McKenna. They paid off the family's mortgage in honor of all of his sacrifice. Donate $11 a month. If you have a car to donate, if you have land to donate, go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org today.
The multi-day hearing for Charlie Kirk's accused killer Tyler Robinson resumes this afternoon in Utah.
Video played on a courtroom monitor showed a car believed to belong to Robinson enter a parking structure, then a figure matching Robinson's description moving through a stairwell and heading to the amphitheater where Charlie Kirk was set to speak. At first, the figure is seen wearing shorts. In a later segment, he is changed into long pants and walks with a limp. The court also saw a report listing physical evidence, including a screwdriver found on the roof that the FBI says had Robinson's DNA, and the rifle he allegedly used that was found in nearby woods wrapped in a towel.
Fox's Claudia Cowan. A new mid-year forecast from Realtor.com says home costs could be getting more affordable soon.
It expects home price growth to slow to just 1.2%. That's a slower pace than originally forecast. The rate does not keep up with inflation, meaning home prices are effectively declining in real terms. The report also trims the existing home sales forecast to 4.1 million, down from the 4.13 million projected in December, though the number of sales is still expected to grow 1% over last year. Mortgage rates are projected to remain unchanged. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
U.S. Airlines spent $6.7 billion on jet fuel in May.
That's 84% higher than it was the year before, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Airlines have responded to the jump in fuel costs by raising fares and fees and trimming flight schedules. Major carriers are set to release their second quarter financial results beginning on Friday, and industry executives are expected to discuss how the fuel prices will affect the industry's finances moving forward.
Fox's Sue Guzman. Ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street, stock futures are lower. Oil prices are up about 4% after President Trump says the ceasefire with Iran he thinks is over. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Jeff Palermo. Sad news to report this morning as State Senator Larry Selders has passed away at the age of 44. The Advocate reports the Democrat from Baton Rouge died suddenly last night at his son's football practice. Selders spent time in the hospital last May because of heart troubles. Governor Landry called Selders a gentle giant who was respected by everyone. New data shows Louisiana leads the nation in workforce participation growth.
Louisiana Work Secretary Susie Shawan says the state's workforce participation rate grew by nearly 1%.
We added 33,000 people to the Louisiana labor force.
The national rate fell by 0.6%. She suspects many of the new workers are adults who simply were not looking for jobs before.
This is an unbelievably big deal in terms of its impact on people's daily lives.
Shawan says social benefits roles in the state are shrinking.
We talk a lot about moving people from dependence to independence, and honestly, this is what it looks like.
I'm Case Kieschnick.
LRN. When it comes to the burden of car ownership, nowhere do drivers have it worse than here in Louisiana. Rob Bond, an insurance analyst with LendingTree, says Louisiana drivers spend on average 6.1% of their gross income on auto insurance, the highest rate in the nation.
Insurance rates are high in Louisiana. Statewide, the state has the second highest average rate. And then incomes are not as high as they are in other states.
The LendingTree study found that the average Louisiana driver spends $327 a month on auto insurance. Last week, we heard from the Republican nominee in the U.S. Senate race, Julia Letlow. Letlow is the prohibitive favorite in the election that will take place November 3rd, but her Democratic opponent, Jamie Davis, rejects the notion the race has been decided.
This race is not a race that's anointed to anybody. We all are going to have to work in order to get our people turned out. And I believe who does the best job of getting their people turned out is who wins this election.
LRN.
Ready to upgrade your home's comfort? Southern Air Alexandria is making it easier than ever during America's 250th birthday celebration. Now through July 10th, trade in your old HVAC equipment and receive $250 off per ton when you purchase a deluxe HVAC system or above. Plus, save $250 on a whole home water filtration system. These are some of the biggest savings of the summer, but only available for a limited time. Call Southern Air Alexandria today, 318-558-9330.
Good morning. Another sunny, warm day today with the afternoon highs near 95 degrees. That heat index about 105 this afternoon with winds out of the west, but only about 5 miles an hour. And we could see an afternoon shower, thunderstorm, about a 20% chance. Now tonight, partly cloudy, we'll get down to 76 for the overnight low. And Thursday, you got it. Another sunny, hot day with the high temps near 95. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian. It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's hour number 2 of Talk Back on this Wednesday. Al Quartermont, Stephen Maxwell, doing what we love to do, talking on the radio and talking to you. The BOM Bank talk line number is 318-442-8255. Let's go to the phones to start off hour number 2. Good morning. You're on Talk Back.
Hey, Mr. Al, just a couple of comments. I don't really think there's anything wrong with the Social Security program.
Okay.
It's just that the money's going, I don't understand SSI. I don't get that. But the biggest thing that I see is there's a lot of people riding the bus and nobody's putting any gas in it. And pretty soon the bus is going to run out of gas, and guess what happens then? Everybody's going to have to get off.
Right.
So, I don't know. Again, I work with little intelligence, but I think that seems like the problem to me is they put that money, or they're doing something with that money that wasn't intended to be done. Is that correct?
That's
SSI?
my understanding. Yeah. Oh, SSI. That's the disability portion.
No,
of it.
Supplemental income, something like that.
Yeah.
Kids get it, right? I mean, I've actually witnessed a couple of people standing next to me in a line at a pretzel place of all places, and the two kids were standing there talking about they just got their check, and I'm looking like they're like 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah.
Is that right or wrong? Social Security supplemental income.
Right. I'm just kind of looking here. It provides monthly cash payments to help people with limited income and resources meet basic needs like food, shelter, and clothing. It's a needs-based, means-tested program.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You know how that goes, right?
Yeah.
One other quick comment, with my subtle sense of humor, I always have too much time on my hands, so I have a lot of time to think. Driving in the right-hand lane, right? We're supposed to drive in the right-hand lane, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it the other day when I was going to town. I don't drive in the right-hand lane. But anyway, so, for about the last 15 years, I bought the same pair of tennis shoes, exactly the same New Balance tennis shoes, because I like them. And I got to thinking, every time I bought a pair, if I came home and took the right one and threw it away, just kept wearing the old right one the whole time.
Yeah.
Guess what's going to happen?
I don't know.
Well, the right one's going to wear out.
Oh, that's true.
Because I keep throwing the new one away and just keep wearing the old one. And that's kind of like driving in the right-hand lane. And what I like most of all is when you get to a stop sign, a stoplight, be like 15 cars in the right-hand lane and 2 in the left. Right?
True. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next time you get a pair of shoes, throw the right one away and just keep wearing the old one. Catch you later. God bless.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
It's a unique way to look at it. So one of the biggest reasons why they're projecting Social Security to have major shortfalls in a few years is we're just seeing a shift in demographics. And they saw this coming. I remember an author coming, or like a journalist coming to speak to my class when I was in college back in like 1985. And he had written a book called The Giant Bubble. And he said, you can see what's going to happen when the baby boomers retire. The generations coming behind them won't be large enough to sustain the system. So that's why I call it kind of a glorified Ponzi scheme. As long as you have people paying in, you're okay if you're above that. But if you're coming behind that, like the Xers are soon to be, we're not going to have that as much. The birth rate has declined precipitously in this country. People are also living a lot longer. Used to be maybe people collected Social Security for 10 or 15 years. Now, 20, 25, 30, some cases more. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But like I said, I feel like if people had been allowed to take their own money and invest it in a safe investment situation, as safe as it can be, it would have been a lot better. But that's just me. Anywho, all right, let's bring it a little bit more local right now. So yesterday I was taking my wife to the airport, AEX. She was flying to Ecuador to visit my daughter and the grandchildren. And I noticed the work that's going on a building that looks like it used to be apartments, I guess, for the old Air Force Base. I'm like, that's interesting. Wonder what they're doing with that. Now, I had heard that they're building a facility, or they're going to have a facility which will be housing migrant families that are being sent back to their home countries, people that are here illegally. I didn't realize until watching Cenlaw Update with Stephen Maxwell that that's the very building that they're converting into that housing facility. So good job on that, Stephen.
You're welcome. And we have an interview with Ralph Hennessy. He's the executive director for England Air Park. I just wanted him to sit down and talk about exactly what it is, how it started, what is the timeline, and what they're going to be doing. So if you want to watch that, it's on there.
Actually, I have it queued up.
Nice. There you go.
So again, you've probably heard about this. England Air Park, which has been kind of a hub for deportation flights for a while now. If you're a certain Baton Rouge TV station, you feel like this is the investigative report of the year.
Yeah.
Sensationalized much?
Mm-hmm.
But well, we've been in the know here for a while. And one thing I will say is Ralph has been extremely transparent wherever I've heard him speak, even when he's come on this show, as to what exactly is going on. And this is no different. So if you go out to England, you're driving to drop off a loved one, or you're flying in or out, and you notice that work's going on that what looks to be old apartments, and you're like, what exactly is that? It is going to be a facility that will house migrant families before they are flown back to their countries of origin. And here's Stephen's interview with Ralph Hennessy, Executive Director of England Air Park.
So what we have is LaSalle Family Foundation is working with the federal government to move or deport the families that are here illegally back to their native land, right? It's something that they first approached us a little over a year ago about. It was a program they were putting together. They've been working with the federal government on, and that was delayed, waiting funding through the federal government. And at some point, the big beautiful bill was signed, and at that point, the program was funded. LaSalle is going to be taking the last barracks here on the airbase, what was known as the airbase, and converting that into residential units for these families. These families are going to be brought here. They'll be processed into the system, and then they'll remain here for a few days until their travel back home is coordinated with their home government, right? These are things that don't just happen overnight. As far as the timeline for this, we anticipate the operation to be starting up within about 60 days. So they're currently doing the renovation work on the facility. And it's not just the one building. There will be a number of modular buildings that will be brought in to augment the housing needs. It's a little over 500 beds that they propose with the government. There will be medical facilities there. There will be some admin facilities. There will be a playground that's there for the kids. There'll be dining facilities. So these people will be housed here and contained in the camp for a few days. Then they'll go back home. And there's going to be a rotation of people moving through here. So it's not 500 and some odd people and then it's done. I mean, this is an agreement that we have with the government and LaSalle for a 5-year period. Why are we involved? Well, because you have to look at who we are, where we are. We're the England Economic and Industrial Development District. There is a deportation transportation facility here already that everyone's aware of. It's been in effect since, prior to 2010, in one way, shape, or another. The GEO Group built their facility here back in 2014 as a 50-year lease that they have with us, in which they're providing those services with the federal government. That contract has certainly grown over the years. There are 7 or 8 other prisons around central Louisiana that feed this operation of transporting deportees back to their homelands. So it made sense for this operation to be housed somewhere close to the other operation because you've got those air assets that are available to move these families back. You know, these are families that are traveling together. They're not criminals and convicts that are in shackles, contrary to what some people may believe. And so this is a humane process, more or less, if that's what you want to think of it as, where people are kept together as a family and then move back home. So these are self-deportees, right? They've come here illegally, and at some point they've decided we want to go back home. So they're self-deporting, and they're working that out with our federal government. Whatever that process is, we're not involved in the process. All we are is a location that facilitates the operation. And again, with us, what's our purpose? We're about jobs, right? And so this facility is going to house, or not house, but employ some 200 people, plus or minus. These are people that are administrators, social workers, medical staff, that are working with these people. Just like on the other side, there's a few hundred people that work over there through GEO and with CSI that provide a variety of jobs there also. So there's a lot of jobs in central Louisiana tied to the federal deportation programs. Again, 7 or 8 other facilities around central Louisiana. There are a lot of people in central Louisiana that make their living off of contracts with the federal government. It's going to happen somewhere, right? The government, LaSalle, they decided, here's a great place, let's do it here. And who are we to turn down jobs, right? I mean, that's our mission. Yes, we generate rent revenue from this operation because we can't do it for free. Laws out there stipulate we have to operate for profit. We have to charge for the facilities here, and so there's a market rate that we have for our various facilities, and then that's negotiated with whoever we have an agreement with. Our board approves that, and the board's just as much to do with this as my staff and I. It's not just us being dictators deciding what we're going to do. There's a process and a group of people that make those decisions, and then we implement. And these are good paying jobs, right? Nurses make good money. Social workers make good money. And so someone's out there providing the service. Again, like you said, we're the location that is happening. So all
right. Once again, that was Ralph Hennessy, the executive director of England Air Park, talking about the facility that is being renovated, the building's being renovated out at the airport that will provide housing to migrant families in transition who are being sent back to their home countries, people that have been in the country illegally. So that's the skinny on that. Good job on the interview.
Yeah, I'm glad they did it. And you hear a lot of news reports and a lot of different comments and this, that, and the other. Just wanted to get there and let them explain what it is. And of course, something everyone's going to be looking at for quite some time, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. We will come back with more right after this.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Cenla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL.
Remember when eating corn right off the cob was one of your favorite summertime treats? Or how about taking a big bite out of a crisp, fresh apple? If it's been a while since you enjoyed these delightful activities, chances are your teeth are no longer up for the task. But now there's great news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville are Cenla's dental implant experts. They're both highly trained and experienced in the procedure. Now with thousands of completely satisfied, delighted patients. They make dental implant surgery simple by using today's most current technologies. Along with in-office IV sedation administered by a highly skilled certified nurse anesthetist, you'll be in and out before you know it without all the anxiety. Plus, at Today's Dental, their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Go back to crunching all your favorite foods. Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. That's 448-4540.
Tired of noisy neighbors? Want to keep pets in and problems out? Sounds like you need a Promo fence. At Promo Fencing and Lawn Care, our fences don't just work, they wow. From classic cedar and pine privacy fences to durable chain link, sleek metal, and aluminum, even decorative fencing. We've got something for every home, yard, or business, big or small, residential or commercial, all with free estimates, expert installs, and small town customer care. Promo Fencing and Lawn Care, fences that feel like home.
Your payday could be just a scratch away. Cash in on the fun and play Pay Me from the lottery. Win up to $5,000. Why wait for payday when you can win today? Go hog wild for big wins and pick up Bring Home the Bacon from the lottery. Win up to $100,000. A crispy chance at some juicy cash prizes. Louisiana Lottery, celebrating 35 years of reasons to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BON Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BON Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
Talk back. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
All right, we are back on Talk Back. It is Wednesday morning, and let's go back to the phones. BON Bank Talk Line. Good morning, you're on Talk Back.
Once again, there is a controversy in Central Louisiana because we're getting the jobs in the industry we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
We really want industry and jobs in Central Louisiana, or we just want the jobs that were once here in Central Louisiana. Didn't want CCS, didn't want the biofuel, we didn't want the AI center, now we don't want the migrant center. What do you want? I mean, I tell you what I want. I want something out at the airport besides 4 lease signs.
Something more permanent and lasting.
Right. Because all I ever see is 4 lease signs. I mean, so I'm glad they're doing something out there. And let's be honest, a military post is suited for a limited number of things.
Right.
So anytime you try to take an old military base and convert it to something different, it's limited.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things it could be converted to are temporary residential housing, because that's what barracks are.
Right.
So it's an easy conversion. If I can say one thing to my Central Louisiana compadres, take the industries we can get.
Right.
I mean, vendors cannot be choosers. Our population is decreasing. Our businesses are decreasing. That's what we can get. Let's not be choosers, and let's not look for the perfect industry. Let's look for a permanent industry.
Right. Right. No, I think you make some valid points for sure. Wait, I don't want to compliment you. I know you don't like that, but the precious metals, Eucor, that's supposed to be more permanent, I guess, right? That they're building out there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know. You've been here probably longer than I have, Al. But how many times have we heard about the permanent industries that are going out to the England Airport? And how many of them have actually been permanent?
Yeah.
So if we can take it, the thing I miss are the always fresh, never frozen catfish served out there at the old restaurant. I wish we still had that. But nothing is permanent.
Yeah.
I mean,
what you raise is, I think, one of the issues that Fred Rosenfeld had. He was trying to operate in your words, kind of a more permanent business there with Bistro on the Bayou and then the England Park Hotel. And I think he got frustrated that a lot of what he was promised or thought would come there would be more permanent type of businesses or industry rather than kind of going after just the quote unquote government contracts. But if that's all they can get, then that's what they have to go for. It was just,
exactly,
kind of unfortunate for him that he was in the crosshairs of that, and it ultimately his business model couldn't continue to succeed there because he had two very nice facilities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of things. I don't know how many airports you go to, but I go to them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I go 30 plus round trip tickets last year. Business. Wow. I mean, I think that's more than average. But you know what? Every airport has? They have a name brand hotel on their property, and that's why that hotel could not survive, because business travelers are establish some sort of point program so that they can, whether it's Hilton or whatever. And independent hotels just don't function good around business travel. And unfortunately, Fred was handcuffed that way.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of shortcomings out there, but one of the shortcomings is not space. If you have space, if somebody wants to use it, by all means, rent it to them, lease it to them. If somebody wants to store and renovate a facility, then lease it back from them, let them.
You kind of cut out on us there. What facility were you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about the facility that they're going to use now for these immigrant families.
Right.
If they want to renovate it and then lease it back from you, let them.
Yeah.
I mean, what's wrong with you? I mean, of course, this whole thing is a messy deal, but let's be honest, human beings are messy people. And I don't like the immigrant situation. I don't like any of the way it's being handled. It's a world we live in.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to come into our community and hire a bunch of people and invest a lot of money. Let them.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think, even in the comments we've seen, that's what people are saying. Okay, when that 5-year lease is up, if it's renovated, use it for something more long lasting. And it's possible the government might say, hey, we want to release, or renew the lease, depending on how the immigrant situation is at that point. But hard to tell the future.
Well, worst case scenario, if it only lasts 5 years, you've got the lease for 5 years and you've got a 5-year-old renovation on a facility.
Yep.
That's a win, right?
Yeah.
So take it.
Yep.
Take the single. Don't try to hit a home run every time.
Exactly.
What's it been doing for the past 10 years? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But they're just meeting the needs, I think, of, I guess, I don't want to say government or the country's mission, UCOR with the rare earth minerals.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be a big business. Applied Digital. One thing we don't talk about as much is really the government and the military trying to keep up with China to develop these data centers. And so those are going to be happening, whether you want them to or not, especially if the military is involved. So those are just ways that they're trying to bring those assets into central Louisiana because they're looking for places to put them. And Cenlas saying, hey, we need it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, Stephen, if you want to know what a digital center can do, go to Richland Parish.
Yeah.
Those people are paying off cars, mortgages, funding their kids' colleges. Teachers are getting raises and bonuses. New roads are being built. I mean, there's a lot going on up there, and that can happen here if we just get out of their way.
Yeah.
I've discovered my lifelong dream in life about 3 weeks ago is to be a Richland Parish school teacher. And
right.
I never knew that was my life dream. Yeah.
Right. And I don't know if you've ever been to Richland Parish, but it's hard to dream up there.
I'll find a way.
Well, I'm against AI centers for a different reason. But we can't let another country, an adversary, surpass us in a technology that everybody uses.
Yep.
I mean, if we want, that's the honest truth. I didn't choose the game we're playing, but that's the game we're in right now.
Right.
And it's needed. Now, if you want to go into a long spiritual, philosophical discussion about how AI is bad, I'm going there, but that's all in the realm of make-believe, because the real world, you have to have AI centers.
All right.
I'm with you there. I understand.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. All right. We need to take a break. We'll come back.
Taking part in the show is easy. Call the BOM Bank talk line at 442-8255.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Stocks are under pressure as crude oil futures rise, along with the new tension between the U.S. and Iran. Samsung hoping to get a jump on the next generation foldable phone biz with its Galaxy Unpacked event in London later this month, where it will unveil several models, other devices as well. Apple expected to introduce its first ever foldable phone later this year. You know how there's a shortage of homes in the U.S.? Well, believe it or not, some say we may soon be facing too much housing instead. Mortgage Bankers Association warning of a shrinking population and slowdown in household formation as the U.S. fertility rate falls to a record low and immigration remains restricted. And how do you like to take an anti-inflammation vacation? Growing number of private members clubs and hotels are offering anti-inflammatory retreats and menus. And this report is sponsored by Vanguard Investor Choice, a proxy voting program for eligible Vanguard index funds. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Here's the tale of the daily Medfield. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
In Central Louisiana, when you're talking great food, you're talking Southern Creations Country Lunch Buffet. At the base of the Jackson Street Bridge in Pineville, this Best of the Best award-winning lunch buffet is remarkable, featuring their signature fried chicken every day, an awesome variety of menu choices, and homemade desserts, including the now famous white chocolate bread pudding. No one does lunch better. Come have lunch with a friend or a group at Southern Creations. Daily menus posted on Facebook.
Good morning. Another sunny, warm day today with the afternoon highs near 95 degrees. That heat index about 105 this afternoon with winds out of the west, but only about 5 miles an hour. And we could see an afternoon shower, thunderstorm, about a 20% chance. Now tonight, partly cloudy, we'll get down to 76 for the overnight low. And Thursday, you got it. Another sunny, hot day with the high temps near 95. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
Now back to Talk Back, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
Our last caller was talking about the data centers, and Senator Kennedy was on Theo Vaughn's podcast last week, and they were talking about it. Here's a clip.
Here is that over time, people start looking to these AIs as their God in a way, because they're going to go to them like, I need help with this. What do I do? I don't know how to feel about this. And the thing that they used to take to an actual God, they're now going to take to this like supercomputer. And so that's why I feel like sometimes the race is so
it's very perceptive,
that the race is so big, because they're trying to create the next God. That's what they're trying to do.
And I have talked to people that have brains a lot bigger than mine that say within 5 years, not only will AI and these chat boxes know everything, but they will become independent and can think on their own. And the next step is being able to act on their own. Let's take electricity, the grid here in Nashville. It's all based on computers.
Oh, yeah.
If AI can hack into the grid in Nashville on its own or at the instructions of somebody else, they could shut down this whole city.
Yeah.
They could shut down there, cause 25 planes to crash at once.
Yeah, what if they said all the Teslas right now drive off into the Cumberland
They
River?
could do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't want to get in the way of innovation.
I do. We got enough.
Well, no, this AI stuff it can be a blessing, but it can be a curse if it's not properly regulated.
But we don't have hardly any regulations in place right now.
We don't have any.
Think about that. We don't have any. There's a potential new electronic god about to show up.
And it's scary.
And we have no regulations in place.
No,
but my fear.
All right. So interesting discussion, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot of everyone's fears, and with great power comes great responsibility, as one superhero's uncle said. So you got to be careful, and it's definitely a nerve-wracking place to be.
Yeah.
But he can always point to what Mark 1:15. Jesus says, "The time is fulfilled. The kingdom of God's at hand. Repent and believe in the gospel, and you'll be all right."
It's a good word. Yeah. There you go. When God has not given us the spirit of fear.
I can't wait to watch that interview, though. Theo Vaughn and
I need to watch it too.
John Kennedy.
Who would have thought? All right, back to the phones. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
AI is sometimes really irritating when you call the doctor's office and they want to know what you're calling about, what is your problem, and you have to tell them, and they don't know diddly.
Yeah.
And it is so irritating. I just don't know. AI needs to be regulated. It's wide open. And the thing about it is, people don't understand that AI is going to take all the jobs from places like the grocery stores. They're going to be in charge. And they're not going to need all these people to work. It's like when you call the doctor's office, you don't need the secretaries because AI is going to take care of everything. And I don't like AI because I want to talk to a real person who understands problems. AI doesn't. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think, people just have a lot of concerns. And one thing, too, in her case, and I think especially with older people, you're seeing this real frustration with they're expected to be completely up on technology, that a lot of services have gone from you can call someone and get help to, well, you can only get help if you have the app and know how to work it, or to interact with the AI components. And a lot of people just aren't there, and it's even more scary for them, I would say.
No, I'm nervous about the workforce, but I will have to say there are some that I do approve of, and I would rather have AI drive-through orderer than the human one, like at Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather.
Yeah, they make a good point.
And look, if some of these guys don't have AI call centers, it's going to be someone from India.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like American getting the job.
Fair point. All right, another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning.
Hey.
Let's give a quick question. What would you rather have, the existing department, you know what I'm saying, where you go get your license plates and stuff? What was it?
OMB, yeah.
The DMV. Would you rather have that or something else? I think it'd be 100% something else, would it not be? So there's areas where it can't get any worse. My gosh, we're going to have to go to something,
I mean, there could be some good.
And the other caller was, the caller was talking about Richland Parish up there. I've been saying this for months, and I wrote a lot about it on the internet on these places. Everybody's talking about the negativities of the AI center or whatever. But it's all in the negotiation of your local people who elected to handle this stuff to what the betterment of the people is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just proved that we've got. It's not the AI facility and the people building it that's going to screw us over as citizens of Rapides Parish. It's the people that are set up to take care of this stuff for us, right? That is screwing us over. So, I mean, they was, you know, I watched a question and answer or a thing or whatever, and they had, you know, there's six different companies that's building these things, you know, and you know, they expressed, they can't go in there and micromanage what happens in say Rapides Parish. I mean, because this is what we live. I mean, they go to the elected officials,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to the police jurors in Louisiana, and the other facility. You know what I'm saying? All the elected officials, and a lot of them non-elected. You know, they go to these people to handle the stuff for the people that put them in office. So that's where our screw up is and our breakdown is. They're not taking care of it properly, you know. So, I mean, Richland Parish up there, like he said, I mean, everybody up there is flourishing. You know, roads and off ramps. You know what I'm saying? I mean, infrastructure is being built to handle this thing.
Yeah.
Not around here. No. The only thing happening around here is people getting rich. But, you know, they're the ones that's supposed to be taking care of it for the citizenship. I mean, that's what's terrible. I mean, if only we had some AI or just some plain intelligence around here to take care of some of this crap for us, you know, we would be better off. But no, it'd be great if we had AI that kind of handle some of this stuff and do away with the idiots we got sitting in the positions, you know.
Mm.
You know, what do we have? We've got people doing signing non-disclosure agreements because they can't, you know, what's that about? They can't tell us what they've done because they know for damn good and well it's not right. So, I mean, it can be great or it can be bad. It's just the people we got representing us is making it bad for us.
All right.
So,
well,
you know, they say it all comes out in the wash, but I don't know around here. You know what I'm saying? The rent cycle's really long, you know, and I mean, this may not come out the way we want it to be. But, I you know, AI's coming whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
You know, it's here.
Yep.
And there's money to be had.
Right.
But how's the money divvied out? Well, that's how, you know, that's the problem we got. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. We'll be right back.
Taking part in the show is easy. Call the BOM Bank Talk Line at 442-8255.
Blended families, bonus children, and co-parenting can bring amazing experiences, but it can also be overwhelming and complicate your estate plan. How can families navigate the process when entering into this wonderful journey? I'm George Fine with Fine Legal Services. When it comes to your family's questions, our team can make planning for the future seamless and transparent. Call your Alexandria, Louisiana attorneys, George Fine and Jeremy Cedars, at 318-767-2226 to learn more, or visit fine-lawyers.com.
LSBA number LA2316294.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Our American dream is ice cream. Red, White, and Bluebell is our strawberry ice cream loaded with strawberries, alongside creamy vanilla and blueberry ice cream with real blueberries. A full half-gallon of red, white, and blue ice cream. Feel free to celebrate.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
570 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
So today I'm announcing my candidacy for mayor of the city of Alexandria.
All right, welcome back. Alan Stephen with you here on this Wednesday morning. And yesterday, one of the news items that occurred, Alexandria City Councilman Malcolm Larvadain announced that he will be a candidate for the mayor of Alexandria in a race that will take place this fall. Made that announcement at the Hotel Bentley yesterday. And Stephen, you were able to capture it for Cenla Updates.
We had our guy over there, and we have part of his speech on our page. He talked about keeping young people in Alexandria. Also took a couple shots, what we call subtweeting back in the day, criticizing without saying, and against the current mayor, Jacques Roy. And so you could watch some of that. They've kind of sparred over the years. So an interesting addition to the race. So Mayor Jacques Roy is expected to run for re-election. Also, Lorenzo Davis is running again, local business owner. And so we'll see who else throws their hat in the ring if they do. I did reach out to Councilman Larvadain multiple times. I'm pretty sure I have the right number. I texted multiple numbers and trying to get some information from him. So we're still waiting to hear back. So maybe we can get him on the show one day or do some sort of interview.
All right.
We'll try.
Let's go back to the phones in the meantime. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning. I was in Las Vegas recently. Really surprised at the number of Waymos were on the road.
Waymos? Yeah. There were way more Waymos than you'd think there would be.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So they had this one little box. They didn't have a steering wheel or brake pedals or anything. You just haul it and it comes to you, get inside, take off where you want to go.
Wow. Yeah. Eventually, I think we might have self-driving cars that everyone's going to own.
Everyone's freaking out about them. Like, oh, there's this random news story of one crashing and messing up. And I was like, it's better than, Trixie texting and driving every day. And,
Exactly.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind punching a button and just kicking back and just, especially driving in, just scroll through the news feeds. And for me, it'd be like 25 more minutes of show prep.
That's what I'm saying.
I would be for it.
More Brewers coverage.
All right. So here's more of what Larvadain had to say when announcing he's running for Alexandria mayor.
We need to give an investment for our young people so that they will not have to leave Alexandria to better themselves. We produce brilliant minds in Alexandria. Our Rocky Square Fair school system has educated many people, and we produce hundreds of millions of doctors and lawyers and engineers. But unfortunately, they have to go elsewhere for an opportunity. We need to work on keeping that local talent here.
Okay. So I don't know if we produce hundreds of millions of doctors and such, but he does make a good point that what this area produces in terms of its young people becoming well-educated and well-qualified for good jobs is that unfortunately they have to leave to find those jobs elsewhere. And of course, everybody says that, Stephen. We want to keep people here, but the $1 million question is always going to be, well, how do you do that?
Apply digital. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I want to go back to what they were. I'm not quite sure if I'm getting the last caller's point across correctly. Not the last one, but the one before last about the data center. About, we don't have the money coming in. Well, they have promised to give an influx of money to different agencies across the area.
Right.
That is, I'm assuming, yet to take place. We'll get more information on that. But it took a good year or two before Richland saw some of the fruits of that labor, right?
Yeah.
And so it's going to take some time, but you got to have money to fix the roads. You got to have money to improve the schools, and that's one way is bringing some big business in could help make a difference in that way. I get the concerns too, and I'm not giving my opinion on it. That's just proponents of the project would say that it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
All right. Another
How
call.
they handle that money, that's a different thing.
Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Have y'all heard anything back to this data center in Boyce? Have y'all heard on the projection of it's going to do have the same effect as in Richland Parish, with teachers getting all this money, school employees, which is based on the sales tax? Have y'all spoke to anyone? Have y'all heard anything? There's any projections out there?
Well, not specific. No, I don't know. Have you?
Yeah, no, but we had Ralph Hannessy on the show. He laid out like how much the different entities will be getting from this project, and it's in the millions of dollars for the school system, for the police jury. So
it's over $100 million for the school board, I believe.
Yeah. So how that will translate into what teachers get paid, we have not. Next time we have Jeff Powell on the show, we can ask him that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, too. Appreciate it. Another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Yeah, the caller talked about poor representation, like we have police jurors signing non-disclosure agreements and everything. Well, you have to put the blame back on the citizens. Look how dismal the voting percentages are.
Yeah.
I mean, if people don't vote, what do you expect?
Yep. Good point. Excellent point.
And the mayor, Alexandria mayor, has the Reignite program signs everywhere, like give us your input. And I doubt the input's been a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone says they want to say in.
Yeah.
Stephen ought to do a man on the street interviews like Jesse Waters did, like just stop people at random and say, do you know who your police juror is? Do you know who your congressman is? Do you know who your senator? I think you'd be amazed how many people, I bet you 1 out of 10 people don't even, maybe 1 out of 10 person knows who their police juror is.
I hate to be a jerk, but you're probably right. If that. Yeah.
I worked in a hospital, lots of college-educated people, and the vast majority of them had no clue whatsoever. They had no interest in politics. They had no interest in who their representatives were. I used to ask people at random, do you know who your congressman is? No. I mean, it's crazy. People just don't care. I mean, they just assume that we've always had this nice life and it's always going to be that way. But
yeah. Yes, you're right. You made a great point. If people don't care enough to even vote, it's hard to kind of listen to their complaints. All right. Thanks for the call. We need to take this last break.
Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show, is now everywhere you are. Talkback is now streaming live on X at Sedla Update, plus Facebook and YouTube at KSYL.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend only at the Laporte Earls Coliseum. Browse over 40 hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, swim spas, and saunas from major brands at up to 50% off this weekend at the Laporte Earls Coliseum. Visit spashow.com or call 1-800-SPA-SALE.
Attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talkback.
All right, we're back. I got about a minute or so left. Just a reminder for those of you who are Moon Griffon fans and listen to his program through this station, due to some, technical difficulties, some technology issues, we will not be able to bring you his show today. We're hoping to get that back by tomorrow, but if you heard Dave Gratian calling earlier, maybe a couple of days before they get things up and running, because of the way they now deliver the program and the equipment that they use is currently on the fritz. So instead, you'll get to enjoy 2 hours of Dave Ramsey shaming you for your purchase decisions.
I've been mentally preparing myself for months now, going back to the elections. We have Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ball mayoral race, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Buckle up, everybody.
That's a word for it. Fun. I saw one of the city council members there had dropped out of running for re-election, but then people were talking so much garbage about it. She said, I might reconsider now.
Yeah.
So, it's like, come on.
Hey, we love Ball.
Yeah. Should be their slogan. Have a ball and ball.
Election season puts the FU in fun. Goodbye, everybody. Don't be so freaking stupid with your money. Dave Ramsey coming up next.